here we go, our first boat of the day coming in on approach, and man, of course, as soon as we get started, South Florida weather does South Florida things, and it starts to rain on us as soon as we get down here. But let's see how this crew handles the extra pressure now, with the rain coming down on them. Cap's gonna leave the helm for some reason, and I mean, they're sitting a little off the dock. He's going for the reach. He winds up grabbing the, oh, he's even gonna leave the boat. So she goes back. Gonna try and grab a stern line, I guess, to see if we can get it brought around. But here comes the rain and the fun. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and if you can't tell, today we're down here at Point Marina, and our crew's gonna wind up getting it on, even with the added pressure of the rain. But the rain does a few things, and one thing it does is make these ramps a little slippery, so we might see some wheel spinning action today. Our next crew coming in on approach. The rain did that typical South Florida thing. It lasted for about a minute, and that was it. It just rolls through, it rains. Heck, as you saw in the last clip, pretty much the sun was even out when it happened, so nothing crazy, it just kept rolling. So our next boat's coming in on approach, and our guy's gotta be a little careful in the bow because that water came through, so I'm sure it's a little slick now. And the last thing he wants to do is slip while he's up there. So Cap, nope, he gets off. I can't tell if he slipped off or if he jumped off, but I'm pretty sure we got a guy on the dock now. And our young lady on the stern's trying to direct him as the stern of the boat kicks out as the bow comes in. And again, another one, Captain's leaving the helm. So Cap's coming toward the back, grabs the stern line. I'm guessing he's just gonna try tossing it to the dock, and he misses on the first attempt. Gonna try again, attempt to, no, what? I mean, he could just go back to the helm, pop it in reverse once, and bring this thing back over, but no, we're gonna do it this way. So at least he's got somebody back there now to toss the line to, and there we go, that attempt makes it, and he'll wind up getting it over. But again, I think the easiest way on that one would have been just to go to the helm, pop it into reverse real quick, and you should have been good to go then, as that front bow line would have tightened up, the boat would have just came back in right alongside the dock. But either way, they wind up getting over here. And here we go. Oh, this next crew's coming in hot. I definitely don't recommend sitting in the bow like that guy was as the boat's moving. But he quickly gets up as they get close to the dock, and Cap comes in on approach, but this crew's not playing. They are on a mission, and they are moving. So Cap starts to turn in toward the dock. Our guy's back on the bow, takes the slight leap, but now the boat starts to kick out away from the dock. Is when he jumped off, I think he pushed the boat out. So another guy grabs the poles, trying to pull him over, and they wind up smacking the pole with the boat. And somebody's got to get him a stern line, but Cap winds up a little bit of throttle at the end to bring it back around. And our crew should be good from here. It looks like they're on and good to go. So our crew over here has been struggling for a few minutes. I don't know why our guy's getting up there, but they've been trying to get this thing winched up for a little bit now. I don't know if maybe the winch strap broke. I can't quite tell exactly what's going on from the angle we're at. The one thing I do know, though, is they've been messing with it for a few minutes, and there's been a struggle over there for sure. So let's see what winds up happening as they continue on with it. So there's still a couple of them up there, it looks like, working on it, trying to get it strapped down. You can kind of tell whatever they're doing, they're struggling with it. Like, it looks like they're putting a lot of effort into getting it up. I mean, the boat does appear to be moving up onto the trailer, though. So our guy gets up here. I guess, are we done? We got it on? So a couple people are going to hold it over to the side, or it looks like he's trying to push it over onto the trailer now, as our next crew tries to load right beside him. I mean, he hasn't. There we go. They're starting to pull it out now. It looks like they're going to be good to roll. So whatever the struggle was, it appears that they're okay. And then here comes our next crew trying to load this one. This crew's trying the long load. You can tell how much he's having to let the bow winch out to try and get it hooked up to the boat. Wonder why they didn't try powering it on or walking it on a little bit. I mean, I guess maybe they didn't bring the trailer deep enough. That's going to be one heck of a pull up to get it up there. So here we go. We're going to start trying to winch it up. I can't even tell. Are the bunks not deep enough? Are they not in the water? Okay, there we go. So he starts to back it up a little more because it didn't even look like the bunks were in the water for a moment. I'm like, are they just going to pull it right over them? Oh, man, now he's backed it up really deep. But I don't understand. I mean, why did we start the other way? We could have just backed this up to start off with. We wouldn't have had to have so much winching going on. So right now we have 4 people working on trying to get this boat loaded. The trailer's floating. It looks like, I mean, they've got it where they want it, perhaps. And they just got to pull it out now. Put the truck deep in the water. So our driver's heading back to the truck. Trailer's floating. That always makes for an interesting situation. Have to make sure you pull out slow so this thing will line up right on the trailer then as they're starting to pull out. So here we go. And he tells them to stop. I have to imagine he's just going for those last few cranks to get it right up against the bow eye winch. And they should be good to roll. And speaking of good to roll, we're going to roll out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover. Man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.